When I was a little lad, and so my mother told me, way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Stop right there!
Whoa, wait! Mr. Lambert, sir, it's me, Joe!
I don't know you. What are you doing in my house?
You sent me here, remember?
I've done no such thing. For an intruder, you're not very bright, you know that? For all the commotion you caused getting in here, you might as well have brought a bulldozer. Now, you have exactly 5 seconds to explain what you're doing here, or so help me God, I'm pulling this trigger and sending you on your way. 5.
I was sent here.
4.
By you!
3.
You told me to find you, to warn you about the end of the world.
2.
You were old, with white hair, and you got shot. Oh, God, please don't shoot me, Mr. Lambert. You gave me this. It's an chrono. It's a time machine.
I gave you that?
Yes!
I've never seen anything like it, but on the back, that's my family signet. I made this? It's simply magnificent. I gave this to you? Why? Who are you?
Name's Joe, sir. I'm just a janitor at the Archon building. I found you in a room with a big, round door in the basement labs this morning, and you were dying. You said you'd come from 40 years in the future to stop the end of the world. I guess I was the only one around, so you gave me this and told me to find you and tell you all this, and I've been there. The future, I mean. A bunch of times. And you were right, Mr. Lambert. Everyone's gone.
My God, so it did come to pass. They really did it, those greedy goddamn bastards. I told them this would happen. Wait, I was dying? How?
You said you'd been shot. I had to actually find you at the morgue to get this address.
Shot? By whom? No, wait. Don't say anything else. You succeeded in finding me, which means anything you tell me from this point on could alter the course of action that brought you to my doorstep. The less I know, the better. So, you've seen the future. What did you see?
It's like a bad dream, sir. Everyone's gone. Buildings are coming apart. It's all just quiet. What happened, Mr. Lambert?
It is Dr. Lambert. And considering all the effort you just went through to find me, not to mention bearing witness to the horrific outcome of the biggest breakthrough in the history of science, I suppose I owe you some kind of explanation. I was 24 when I got hired by Archon, or Athena as it was called back then. Athena was one of the many weapons R&D companies formed during the Second World War. Unlike other R&D companies that had retooled themselves to pursue peacetime activities after the war, Athena had made enough money to continue chasing the next big thing in defense technologies. They were betting the farm on post-war Soviet expansion, raising the level of government paranoia to create a lucrative market for esoteric weapons research. I'd say they made the right bet. Still a theoretical physicist at MIT, my thesis on the possibility of time travel via dimensional membranes got published shortly after I was hired in 1961. Company heads were so impressed, they gave me a team and a budget. Development exceeded even my own expectations, and after only 6 years, we had the first primitive version of the time machine up and running. Our first successful trials involved sending simple objects into the future with a timed return. But with Archon running out of money, that was all the company bigwigs needed to secure a big fat contract with the Department of Defense. Apparently, we had sold them on the idea that the technology could be used to go back in time and strangle communism in its cradle. The reality, of course, was that it couldn't. Due to the laws of causality, you can't travel back in time beyond the point where time travel was invented. And sooner or later, we had to explain that to our benefactors. When they started pushing for progress reports, Archon management had to come clean, but instead chose to ease government concerns by claiming the technology could be used to bring back advanced weapons from the future. But this too was a lie. At this point, we'd already had our first of many human trials, and we knew there would be no weapons. In fact, our results were as terrifying as they were baffling. Time pilots returned frenzied and confused, raving about empty streets and human remains. At first, we assumed the city had suffered a Soviet attack in the near future and had been evacuated as a result. But as we pushed on further, the terrible reality became clear. Time pilots started returning fatally ill, dying within a day or two from painful convulsions. Some never returned. We lost several pilots, machine prototypes, and other equipment. When the first contamination erupted in the lab, we were completely unprepared, losing 3 lab technicians to what we later identified as an incredibly aggressive airborne virus. Although we weren't equipped to handle biohazards of this magnitude, management insisted we contain and study it. To keep our pilots and the virus alive long enough to study, we co-opted experimental cryotechnology from another project, Lazarus, and established a makeshift virus lab. Once again, the bigwigs managed to spin our setbacks into a success story for the Department of Defense, now claiming that the virus could be cultivated for use as a biological weapon. The team threatened to resign, but outrage was swiftly quenched by promises of massive salary increases and stock options. I didn't take the bribe. I'd witnessed the lethal efficiency of the virus firsthand. I knew there was only one way this was going to end, so I handed in my resignation and set up shop out here. For over a year, I've been working to recreate the technology to bring me back in time and prevent mankind's extinction from ever happening. And now you're here, the harbinger of doom at my doorstep, wearing a boiler suit. Who could have imagined that Judgment Day would begin like any other Monday in May? In any case, unfathomable as it may be that you were able to bring this information to me, knowing is only half the battle. Preventing the outbreak will require more than just your tenacity.
Me? Wait, what?
Yes, I'm afraid I must rely on you one more time. You must go back to Archon and prevent the outbreak.
No, that's, I mean, I'm really honored and everything, but...
Believe me, you're the last person in the world I want to entrust with this, and I mean that quite literally. But by this time tomorrow, the entire city will have succumbed to chaos, panic, and death. You're here now, and you're all I've got.
Wait, but what about you? Can't you fix this, Doc? Don't you have a plan?
I can't go myself, because that would break the law of causality. The only reason you are here to warn me now is because I was there to send you. And the only reason I was there to send you is because I was able to bring my work to fruition here.
But...
We've no time to waste. It's the only way. You told me you found me this morning, correct?
Yes, but...
That means I failed to stop it, and the outbreak has already begun. The time pilot for today's trial must have brought the virus back from the future, which then somehow got out of the containment chamber and spread. That pilot is Patient Zero. I need you to destroy the supercomputer system controlling the time machine. All the research data is stored there too. You must destroy it before the time machine departs. I'm reconfiguring your device to send you back 1 day earlier. This should allow you ample time to return to Archon and get inside. On the other shore from here, about 500 yards down the road, is a rest stop. You'll find a van there, fueled and ready to go.
Oh, I already have a ride.
Which won't be there yesterday, you ninny. Now stop interrupting me. One last thing, and I need you to listen carefully because this is very, very important. Make sure you do not meet the earlier version of you.
Why? What will happen?
No one knows for sure. It's one of the conundrums not yet accounted for. There are theories, of course. None of them pleasant. Now, let's get you ready.
How did I get myself into this? I nearly got killed trying to reach Dr. Lambert thinking he had a plan. And it turns out it's me. I'm the plan. At least I don't have to walk back. This van's not as cool as the ambulance, but it has its charm. And it sure was nice of him to pack me lunch. I wish he'd pack me a can opener for the beans, though. And some gas for the Bunsen burner. But I'm sure I'll think of something. I've got several hours of driving ahead of me after all. It'll be almost morning before I get to Archon. I just hope I have enough time.
Hey, don't you be touching that.
Sorry, just looking.
Right on time. Welcome to the hippest joint in town, my man. We so underground?
Actually, I just saw the sign.
Of course you do. You here because you heard this place was jumping. And you heard right, my man. We got grooves so bad we make
It's kinda empty in here.
Yeah, no, I know, man. We literally just opened like 5 minutes ago. They coming. They all... Now, what can old
I
Cedric...
don't know.
A beer? A beer in here? You embarrassing me here, bub. I got
Just a beer.
Man, you really going through with all that, ain't you? All right, seeing as you're the first...
$1? Jeez. You sure?
Look, I don't jack the prices, kid. This here establishment is just geared...
But it's...
Yeah, thank you, man. I got that. I know it's empty, all right? I can see that.
I think I left my wallet in my jacket.
Oh, I'll be... Hey, what did I...
Sorry, my...
Something wrong with your hearing, fool? I told you.
Who, me? My sleeve got caught.
Don't make me come over there. Hey, don't you...
Sorry.
Sir, would you kindly step away from...
I've changed my mind. For the money, give me the fanciest drink you've got.
A challenge, huh? All right, I'll bite. Prepare to be dazzled. One rainbow frosted hot lava. It is complete. Now, you could just let it sit there for a while, have the layers settle for that smooth sensation. Or you could...
Whoa. Man, it's like the universe just revealed all of its secrets inside my mouth. Sweet mercy. It's like riding sidecar with a unicorn down a mountain of cashmere sweaters. Hello? Is anyone in here? Oh, drat. The muzzle's split. I guess this gun was a bit too rusty after all. Frank?
Oh! Hey, Joe. I didn't see you there.
I can't believe you're here. They told me you quit.
Quit? Oh, right. Yeah, well, you know me. I'm a career opportunity.
Management gave me your job. Well, sort of.
Is that right? Well, good on you, Joe. Best of luck.
They said you already left.
Well, no. Well, yeah. I forgot something. Listen, I'm a little tight on timing. Wait, what are you even doing down here?
Well, like I said, I was...
Oh, right. Well, still, this part of the labs is actually off limits.
No, right. I know. I just happened to see you, so... Well... Hey, can we grab a beer down at Izzy's when this is over? This week, I mean.
Beer? Oh, yeah.
Great. Guess...
There you are. Why the hell haven't you done anything about that leak yet?
The leak?
Hello? Anyone home? The leak next door, numbnuts. Do you have any idea how much the research in those file cabinets is worth? No, of course not. How could you? Just fix... Wait. Look, I'm sorry. We're all under quite a bit of stress right now. I'm on my third pot of coffee.
I could get you something from the vending machine if...
Vending machine? Vending machine? Gee, thanks, Professor. I never thought of that. If I could have something from the vending machine, don't you think I would have? I didn't spend 8 years at Cornell earning 2 doctorates just to have some schmuck buy... Sorry,
Diet?
It's an all-fruit diet. The missus ordered me on it after my last physical. The irony is that it's supposed to help me with my high blood pressure, but now I'm just as angry all the time from low blood sugar. Tell you what, you find me some fruit, then cover for me while I slip out for a quick break, and I won't report you for the leak. Anything...
I'll find you an apple.
Make sure that you do. Sorry. Is this some kind of joke? What's the...
I'm so sorry.
This means that from now on, you will be in charge of not only yours, but Frank's assignments too. That's right. That means downstairs lab sanitation, drain assignments, the works, with all the clearance.
I thank you, sir.
And you brought me an apple. Good. There's no eating in the lab, so I'll just pop out for a few to get some fresh air. Anyone asks, I'm up on 14 redacting Tuesday's pathology reports.
Should I be writing this down? I don't have anything to write with.
Shut up and pay attention! You are standing on the brink of an extinction-level event sent in motion by...
Poor Dr. Lambert.
Keep your voice down!
Yikes!
Shh!
You're alive?
Well, for a little.
But
I faked it.
faked what?
You detailed this exact scenario to me 40 years ago, remember? Of course you do. To you, it was a mere day ago. The earlier version of you had to see me die and get dragged off, so as not to alter the course of action that brought you to my doorstep, and yet I had to survive long enough to assist you in carrying out your mission. So I staged my premature demise.
So, you're not dying?
Oh, I am dying despite my better judgment. I attempted to circumvent getting shot by taking a different route to the labs than originally planned. I foolishly believed a gaping hole in my gut makes...
Dr. Lambert,
No more questions. Did you just...
The computer?
Thank God. Now there is just one last matter to attend to. I need you to stop the last time pilot. The one who... The device. You see that console behind you? Check the numbers in the first line of the fourth column and read them back.
429-496-7295.
Are you sure that's correct?
I'm sure.
Dear God. I have configured the device to return you to the same destination. Here, take the... One last thing.
Dr. Lambert? Are you... Dr. Lambert? Sir? Frank?
Joe! Oh,
What are you...
please!
I'll get you some water. Hang in there. Here you go, Frank.
Thank you.
I don't understand.
I had no time. Pushed it as far as it'd go. But from what I've been reading, everything gets imprecise the farther you travel. Even your physical look, we could be hundreds, maybe...
I don't get it. So, you're a time pilot now?
Do I really need to spell it out for you, Joe? I stole it.
What? You stole the
Look, I've got no reason to tell you, but I guess it doesn't matter. You're the last person I'll be... The truth is, I'm a Soviet...
Cut it out, Frank. I'm not falling for that one.
I'm not joking.
Frank, you're just sick. Come on, you can't be.
Joe, I'm an undercover agent deployed by the Kremlin. My job is to fit in. How far do you think I'd get if I went around calling everyone comrade? My real name is Yuri Barishev. I came to America in my early 20s. I went to school here, worked here, spent nearly 10 years building the foundation of an ordinary life. But the truth is that my life is far from ordinary. I am a spy. I was planted by the Soviet Foreign Intelligence Agency to gather intel on advanced U.S. military research programs, and I started getting my first missions in the mid-60s. At the time, I thought I had built a promising portfolio of leads. By 1968, I had run out of goodwill with my handlers at the Kremlin. I was a disgrace. Desperate for something, anything to report. I came across a Canadian company moving large shipments of iridium, osmium. The buyer turned out to be a government shell, rerouting the materials to unofficial contractors, one of which turned out having convinced my superiors that I was onto something. I got a job as a janitor, but I didn't dig up much until you showed up. You were a great distraction, giving me plenty of chances to access off-limits areas. And for a while, I was able to scrounge together enough intel to keep the Kremlin happy. My hunch was correct, but I didn't have the full picture. Not yet. The metals were being used to build something unusual, all right. But I just couldn't piece it together. What I found made no sense. Time travel. For a while, I thought they were onto me, feeding me bogus information. But as time went on, with security tightening around the labs and no one confronting me, but time was running out. With Brezhnev and your President Nixon set to negotiate the nuclear disarmament treaty in a few weeks, my superiors were demanding results. My job up. I was tailing an engineer into an off-limits lab when I bumped into Barney from security. Ironically, management chalked up my trespassing to cluelessness and settled for just firing me. Knowing I wouldn't get another chance, I stole a security badge and snuck back in. I just found the time machine operator's manual when you showed up out of nowhere and nearly screwed it all up. Then it clicked. Not only could I steal the technology, it was the perfect getaway, too. Using the manual, I set the destination as high as it would allow. I figured if I could just get far away, I'd have plenty of time to figure out how to get it back to the motherland, but... Listen, Joe. I'm really sick, and I'm not making it back. But you still can. The time machine has a timer, like a toaster. It's designed to return home unless the timer's reset. I removed the main power supply fuse to keep it from taking... I have no idea how you got here, and I guess it doesn't matter. Still, despite my mission, a double life, and the deceit... No, please, leave me. The pain...
No, it can't be. The foreign organism. It's me. I brought back the disease. I'm the one who spreads it. It was me. I must have brought it back with me. I can't deal with this. Whoa there, man. No offense intended.
No way to escape it. No way.
End of days. The overlords conspired against us, tricked us, made us bring the poison.
Who did?
Too late. What's done is done. No backsies, but we must. The key to salvation. I've seen it, felt its color. Write it. Write it, write it, write it.
Took away my tools.
Your tool?
Pens, paper. They're erasing the slate, forcing me to forget. Trying to break my resolve. Oh, they fear me. Cower at the sight of scientific rigor. They know I'm close, so they take away my tools. Need paper to reproduce the key. Need the... Mightier than the sword. The pen, the pen, the... Mightier than the sword. The key. The key. Bring help. Don't get caught. Save the kingdom, get the girl. Save the kingdom, get the girl. Save the kingdom, get the girl.
Miss, nurse?
Oh, hi there. Goodness, you startled me. And it's actually, Dr. Emma Brown. I'm a little embarrassed to say, but we don't have any...
It's...
Oh, call me Emma. We're not so formal here. It's nice to meet you, Joe.
I'm sorry, Dr. Brown. I don't know how to say this, but everyone here, is in serious danger.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it easy. Deep. How do you feel?
Okay,
See, you're fine. And the soreness is to be expected. You've undergone muscle therapy. You've been asleep for at least 3 decades after.
What? Where am I?
Easy, Joe. I know it's a lot to take in. It'd be a shock to anyone's system. Haven't been under for as long as you have. It's 2012, and this is the psychiatric ward at St. Genevieve's Hospital. You were brought out of hibernation 5 weeks ago. Like the others, you were placed in an artificial coma for regenerative muscle therapy and brought here for evaluation and rehab after...
Oh, God. The tubes. You have to listen to me, Doctor. I'm dangerously...
Oh, that? Well, that's true. You did all have some kind of flu. Actually, the resident physician did find it peculiar how you had all contracted a type of avian flu that only first appeared in the late 90s, and a new strain at that. In any case, the pathogen was largely dormant due to the extended hibernation. We run very thorough medical checks on all our cryo clients, so we gave you all a shot of our regular cocktail. Cleared it right up before you even came to.
So it's gone? But Archon...
Yes, I'm afraid I don't know much about all of that. All I know is that the company that froze you went bankrupt back in the early 70s. A victim of industrial sabotage, I think. Anywho, the remaining assets were sold off, and the Cryoform company bought the cryogenics technology. As per ethical requirements, that includes... We've been helping rehabilitate Cryoform's clients for the past 5 years or so. Mostly folks suffering from previously incurable terminal illnesses and heavy wallets. Unfortunately, cryogenics was a little... experimental when you went under. So, while the apparently, a lot of Archon's original documentation was destroyed in a fire. So Cryoform had practically no information on any... Sadly, the others haven't been quite as coherent. They share certain delusions, end of the world, that sort of thing. An unfortunate side effect of cryogenics You, however, seem just fine. Apart from the...
So I'm...
Yes, Joe, quite sure. In fact, I see no reason to keep you here. We have an excellent rehabilitation team who'll get you settled into your new life in no time. Just come see me when you're ready to go. So, are we all ready to go?
I guess.
Oh, don't worry. The rehab team's eager to help get you settled in. I know it may feel a little overwhelming now, but speaking of, I happened to catch you on the surveillance monitors a little while ago, and you seem to show...